And Senior Associate Dean for Academic Affairs for the CUNY School of Medicine. Before the graduates and platform party process in, I want to share some logistics. A professional photographer will photograph each student as they receive their degree, so please refrain from coming forward to take pictures. We welcome applause from the graduates, but please do not use whistles, air horns, and other noisemakers, so you may give a whoop or two, I understand that. When the ceremony has concluded, please remain in your seats until the recession is complete. All graduates will then return to the Great Hall for a group photo. Afterwards, we look forward to a festive reception with everyone here today. Thank you so much for being here. Please don't let these instructions keep you from enjoying the awesomeness of what is a great day of celebration for our PA program, the graduates, and you, all of our guests. Thank you for being here.
Mr. Llewellyn? So, everybody can be seated. This is where you...
Thank you so much, all of you, for being here. As mentioned before, I am Lenny Golightly, and I am the Provost and Senior Associate Dean for Academic Affairs. I'd like to welcome you to the CUNY School of Medicine, the only community-based medical school in New York City, and the only public medical school in Manhattan. It is my honor to introduce you to our visionary leader, President and Dean Carmen Renee Green. Since taking the helm of the CUNY School of Medicine in 2021, Dean Green has led the school through a period of extraordinary growth and transformation, culminating last year in our establishment as a standalone medical school in the 26th college within the City University of New York system. Dean Green has also significantly expanded CUNY Medicine's research enterprise, most recently securing a $19.3 million grant from the National Institutes of Health, the largest in the history of the CUNY system. The school has risen 20 spots in National Institutes of Health funding under her leadership. This achievement further solidifies the CUNY School of Medicine's role as a leader in medical research and innovation and reflects a deep institutional commitment to investing in people, programs, and infrastructure. A vital part of the CUNY School of Medicine's legacy, that same commitment is evident in the continued strengthening of our physician assistant program, one of the nation's oldest public PA programs. Over the past year, the program has doubled its full-time faculty while maintaining part-time appointments. Investments such as this ensure that our historic PA program is not only preserved, but positioned well for excellence and success in the future. Dean Green was already a renowned scholar in pain and health care disparities in health policy when she joined the CUNY School of Medicine. Since then, she has been recognized as healthcare and higher education leader by Forbes, City and State, AM New York Metro, and Politics New York. Please join me in welcoming Dean Green to the podium. So, I welcome you. CUNY School of Medicine has a couple of traditions. The first tradition is our land acknowledgement, which we do before every major event. And the second is a moment of silence. The land upon which we gather is part of the traditional territory of the Lenape people. The Lenape people lived in harmony with each other upon this territory for thousands of years. During the colonial era and early federal period, many were removed west and north, but some also remain among the continuing historical tribal communities of the region. We acknowledge the Lenape people as the original people of this land and their continuing relationship with this territory. In our acknowledgement of the continued perseverance and the presence of Lenape people in this homeland, we affirm the aspiration of the great Lenape chief, Tamanend, that there be harmony between the indigenous people of this land and the descendants of the immigrants to this land,
as long as the rivers and creeks flow, and the sun, moon, and stars shine. Thank you. The next thing we do is a moment of silence for our personal intentions. These are crazy times at times for people, and we all have our own individual wants and needs. I ask you to take a moment of silence. I hope you'll join me in praying also, however you choose to acknowledge for peace in our time. So, I'm proud to let people know that we are New York City's medical school. We proudly, each year, produce the healers, the leaders, and scholars, the physician assistants and doctors that New York desperately needs and New Yorkers want to see. They represent the wonderful mosaic that makes up this city, making us one of the most representative medical schools in the country. We and our ancestors come from many different lands, and we are immigrants and transplants. As you will see in just a moment, in this class alone, students speak more than a dozen different languages in addition to English. In that spirit, we are proud to have some of our students from this class to greet you in their native languages.
Akwaba in Twi. Morabanku in Hausa. Bienvenue in French.
Ekabo in Yoruba.
Xin chào mọi người, Vietnamese.
Kalos Irzate, Greek.
Marhaba, Arabic.
歡迎家人同朋友 Cantonese.
欢迎大家好 Mandarin. Bem-vindos, Portuguese.
Namaskar, ab sabka swagat hai in Hindi.
সবাইকে স্বাগতম in Bangla.
Bienvenidos in Spanish.
Khushamdeed in Urdu.
歡迎大家 Tashanis.
And I'd ask each of you to rise for the national anthem. On behalf of the faculty and staff and the students of the CUNY School of Medicine, we welcome everyone to our Physician Assistant Class of 2026 Commencement Ceremony. I couldn't be more proud of these beautiful people that we are celebrating their accomplishments today. 2/3 of them are the first in their family to go to college, let alone earn a graduate degree. And together they represent the beautiful, rich mosaic of talent, inclusivity, and dedication to community that define the CUNY School of Medicine, and exactly what New York needs. As you could see by those who stood to welcome you in their native tongue, you'll see that over 80% of our students speak a language other than English, and several of them are multilingual. You have traveled from every corner of New York City, Brooklyn, the Bronx, Harlem, Manhattan, Queens, Staten Island, and far beyond, to study with us over 28 months and to earn your degree today. But students, you know as I do that this day could not have happened without the support and encouragement of your family, your friends, and loved ones. Graduates, not graduates yet. Students, can you please stand and salute your families? Please be seated. So, I'd like to start off by thanking some of the faculty and special guests of the platform party and extend a warm welcome to some of our distinguished guests. First, my dear friend, Muhammad Atala, who's the Vice Chancellor of Facilities, Planning, Constructions, and Management for the City University of New York. He'll be bringing greetings from CUNY in just a few moments. Dr. Lisa Cueco, a scientist and mentor who helped shape countless lives and careers, as well as was the president of City College previously, and was the person who said in 2016 there should be a CUNY School of Medicine. It was her work. Dr. Teddy Harvias, alumnus of the Physician Assistant Class of 2004. Mr. Norman McCullough, alumnus of the Physician Assistant Class of 1989. And my dear friend, Bishop Honorary, a distinguished physician scientist who will deliver our commencement address. I would just also say that for someone outside our school, there's never been anyone who's been more important than Bishop Honorary in launching us. And you'll see that, I'll tell you more about that in a bit. I also acknowledge, where is she? She's not tall. Ms. Annie Brown. At 82 years young, she's an alumna of the program's inaugural class in 1973. And today, she will receive a special recognition. We look forward to learning more about her journey and hearing her important guidance. She attends every single graduation and white coat ceremony since I became dean. And I always remember one word the very first time I met her, and that was to be as kind as you are competent. I also welcome my leadership team, our faculty and our staff, our department chairs, deans. I also always acknowledge our security professionals. Thank you for your leadership and keeping us safe day in and day out. None of this could be possible without them. We thank you for keeping our kids safe. I do really mean that. We will also today bestow a number of awards to our deserving physician assistant faculty, staff, and students, and we will hear from our wonderful class speaker. Is she back there? Yes, Jasmine Francis as well. Now, I am pleased to introduce my friend and colleague, Dr. Muhammad Atala, who brings a greeting from the City University of New York.
Thank you, Dr. Green. Good morning, graduates, faculty, families, and distinguished guests. I'm Dr. Muhammad Atala, Vice Chancellor of Facility Planning, Construction, and Management at CUNY. It is a pleasure to join Dean Green, our keynote speaker, Dr. Bish Omari, and our student speaker, Jasmine Francis, as we celebrate this remarkable class. Congratulations to the 2026 graduating class of the CUNY School of Medicine Physician Assistant Program. Today is a milestone you have earned through discipline, resilience, and an unwavering commitment. You are entering a profession built on service and teamwork. As physician assistants, you will be the steady presence at the bedside, the calm voice in a difficult moment, the clinician who connects the dots, and the trusted partner patients and physicians rely on. My work at CUNY is often behind the scenes, planning projects, managing budgets, moving board items forward, and coordinating timelines that most people never see. Every renovated clinic, every upgraded lab, every simulation space equipped with advanced technology is an investment in you, so that when you meet your first patient, you are prepared to respond with skill, confidence, and compassion. The CUNY School of Medicine was founded in 1973 with a mission to increase diversity in the health professions, meet the needs of underserved communities, and change how our nation educates healthcare providers and delivers care. That mission is not a slogan. It is a responsibility you now carry forward. Many of you know firsthand what it means to come from communities where access to quality healthcare is not guaranteed. Some of you are the first in your families to enter the health professions. All of you have proven that talent is everywhere and opportunity must be too. You have trained in New York City neighborhoods where the work is real, the needs are urgent, and the impact immediate. That experience will stay with you. It will shape how you listen, how you lead, and how you advocate for the people who depend on you. As you step into this next chapter, I hope you hold tight to two things: clinical excellence and human connection. Master the medicine, yes, but never forget the person. Empathy is not an extra, it is part of the care. In every setting you enter, primary care, emergency medicine, surgery, pediatrics, psychiatry, and beyond, patients will remember how you made them feel. They will remember whether you took the time, whether you explained clearly, whether you responded their fears and respected their fears and their hopes. I often tell my team that purpose is what gives meaning to the work. If you stay grounded in purpose, even the long shifts, the paperwork, and the difficult days will feel connected to something larger than the moment. From all across the city of New York, there are patients who will see themselves in you. Your presence will build trust, and trust will build better outcomes. One conversation, one diagnosis, and one act of care at a time. That is the most powerful infrastructure any of us can create. Trust between healthcare and the communities it serves. It cannot be poured like concrete or purchased like equipment. It is earned patient by patient. Class of 26, move forward with confidence and humility. You are ready, you are needed, and because of you, the future of healthcare will be more accessible, more collaborative, and more compassionate. Thank you, and once again, congratulations.
forgot to do something. Diane is capable of forgetting. I don't trust the photographers. How about that? Well, thank you, Dr. Atala. You know, this man, I think you probably were one of the first people who called me from the CUNY Chancellery when I became dean, and about creating global partnerships. And so I think we're now finally ready to make action on some of those things. So, and Dr. Atala has really been helping us think through a concept of what, we need a new building. Anybody think we need a new building? Huh? I can't hear you. He can't hear you. I can't hear you. Okay. But we do amazing things every single day. And when I think about, it's now my time to sort of talk to you about a couple things. These are strange times. And how our mission, our values, and our goals have not changed. And today is one of those days where I, as the dean, get to say, the good guys win. The PA program, for those of you who don't know, that this is one of the oldest PA programs in the country, and arguably the first public PA program in the country. Physician assistant class of 2026, today you're earning your master's degree from us. And again, it represents that this community-based medical school, that our communities win. You continue to advocate for healthcare quality and healthcare equity for the marginalized and vulnerable populations in New York City and beyond. Founded in 1970, we have continued to recruit, advance, support, and develop those who are historically underrepresented in medicine, and to work in hospitals, in practices, in clinics, and communities who need us the most, that often are forgotten about. So I would say U.S. News and World Reports agrees that we are probably one of the most diverse medical schools in the country. Oh, our PA program is ranked number 50. But you know, I'd also say, and no one has challenged me on this yet, that we are probably the most inclusive medical school in the country because of what? Did you hear how many people got up here and spoke a language other than English? Do you know the power of that when you're at the patient's bedside and you can speak to them in their native tongue? Yeah, this is a great program and you are a great class. And you are going to be part of the legacy carrying forward a tradition of excellence, student success and excellence for CUNY School of Medicine and for this great city that we call home. As CUNY Medicine PA graduates, you are role models for children from other families who look like us, who speak like us, who come from communities like us. You get to demonstrate to them that medical professionals can do and should look like them. You will be living proof that they too can aspire to attend one of the most exceptional PA programs in the country and have careers in medicine. So I know firsthand through my career that deans of medical schools and PA programs rarely are women, Black, Native, or from an underrepresented group, such as a first-generation family or a low-income family. But today, you have broken through these barriers, you surpassed these barriers, and broken through the glass ceiling to show the world what the next generations of healers, leaders, and scholars can do, will do, and what they look like. In this program, you've learned about health disparities, something that is still not taught and people are now saying don't really exist. You've seen firsthand that someone living in East Harlem, just because they live in East Harlem, their life expectancy can be decreased 10 years simply because of their zip code, the M101 crosstown, 3.4 miles, and your life expectancy can decrease 10 years. You know what it's like to see subpar health care simply because of where you live, work, play, and pray. And you also have seen where healthcare resources are not accessible to them. Throughout your clinical studies, you've witnessed and celebrated your talent, your drive, and your commitment to excellence. We've also celebrated your dedication to addressing healthcare inequities when you go to Harlem Hospital and other clinical sites. Each time, you've changed the face and the future of medicine. You. From this day forward, you will, and I expect you to bring these invaluable insights that you've learned right here to address and solve these prickly problems of people dying before their time. You know, there are lots of other medical schools and PA programs right here on this little island and within these 5 boroughs, right? None like us. And I'm here to tell you that if they would have done the work of, allowing people to live healthier lives, then there may not have been a reason for us to exist. But they didn't do it. They didn't go back to the communities and to have people who speak the language come to the medical school, come into a PA program, an historic PA program, graduate, and then go back to the community. And for me, that's my why. My why is because of your beautiful faces, even when you had your feet up on my sofa. Yeah, you did. Use my bathroom. The 2 of you know who you are. Yeah, they're covering their faces, but I can see you. You can run, but you cannot hide. I'm happy to share, but a lot is expected of you. And you guys are my why. Why get up in the morning? Why stay late? Because we want the best for you. And because every single day that you come into the classroom, you punch above your weight, right? So I thank you for being our why. I thank you for being a phenomenal class. I'm so incredibly proud of you. And so with that, I'm going to say congratulations. Okay. And in a few minutes, I'm going to get to call you by a different name. You'll no longer be my little students that I can irritate, and you can try to irritate me. You'll be graduates and alumni, and I, your dean, am incredibly proud of you. So, thank you. I now ask Dr. Mabry and Ms. Torres to come to the stage.
Thank you, Dean Green. That was a wonderful introduction for the class of 2026. I'm Gloria Mabry, Director of Clinical Education, and I am joined by Professor Tanya Torres, Director of Didactic Education. We are pleased to begin this year's award ceremony, starting with our Excellence in Teaching Awards, which we give to didactic and clinical instructors whose commitment to student success and educational excellence has enriched our learning community.
This year's Excellence in Teaching Award in the didactic year honors our physiology instructor, Dr. Robert Sackow. Dr. Sackow's passion and clarity have transformed complex topics into meaningful clinical understanding. Through dedication, rigor, and genuine commitment to student success, Dr. Sackow has shaped the way our graduates think, learn, and care for patients. His dedication exemplifies the highest standards of education, and his influence will be felt in every patient our graduates serve. Thank you for teaching our students, Dr. Sackow. Please join us at the podium. I am pleased to present the Excellence in Teaching Award for a clinical instructor to Dr. Albert K. Cooper, general surgeon for more than 30 years in the medical field. He is an attending surgeon in critical care and surgery, affiliated with the One Brooklyn Health Care System, including Brookdale Hospital Medical Center and Interfaith Medical Center. This award recognizes faculty who are exceptional role models, mentors, and educators, demonstrating patient-centered care, fostering critical thinking, integrating theory with practice, creating safe environments, and innovating teaching methods to develop skilled, compassionate clinicians. The CUNY School of Medicine PA program extends our heartfelt gratitude and appreciation for Dr. Cooper for his focus on clinical skills development, emphasizing a commitment to lifelong learning and advancing the PA profession. We welcome Dr. Cooper to accept this award.
Congratulations, Dr. Cooper, Dr. Zakhow. Deeply, deeply appreciative of what you've done. We're going to begin with the student awards, starting with the Dean's Leadership Award. This honor is given in recognition of a student's extraordinary accomplishments during their graduate education. Someone who demonstrated scholarly aptitude, resilience, and an unwavering dedication to the mission of our school. I am pleased to present this award to Van Gogh. Thank you.
Greetings, everyone. Class of 2026, honorary guests, faculty, staff, and families. My name is Adrian Llewellyn. I'm the Associate Dean and Program Director for the PA program. I am honored to present the next award, which is the 2026 Directors Award. This award is in recognition of a student's extraordinary accomplishments during their PA education. Someone who is a model student in the class, well respected by their preceptors, and who also meets the mission of our program. Coming from a community that is underrepresented in medicine and knowing firsthand the difference that medical care can bring to the community. Please welcome and congratulate Ms. Jasmine Francis. Congratulations.
Hello, family, friends, students, future graduates. My name is Tanya Torres. I am a physician assistant and graduate from this program, and I am the director of the didactic year. It is my honor to see everyone here today. This is my first didactic graduating class, and I am proud of all of you. I am honored to present the 2026 Didactic Award. This award recognizes a student who not only achieves one of the highest GPAs at the conclusion of the didactic phase, but also exemplifies academic excellence as a well-rounded learner. The recipient consistently supports peers, works collaboratively, builds strong professional relationships with faculty, as the didactic phase marks the first true test of the rigor, challenges, and rewards of their chosen careers. This student exemplifies the standards and values of our program. Ms. Mufliha Mohamedou, would you please join us at the podium? Let's come. Yes.
It is my honor to present the 2026 Clinical Excellence Award. Clinical work is vital and essential to all medical training. It gives students the guidance and opportunity they need to apply their critical thinking, clinical and technical skills, and provide patient-centered care and professional development to the healthcare environment. At this transition from student to PA clinician, the Clinical Excellence Award is given to the student with the highest scores based on the clinical year preceptor evaluations. Ms. Molifa Mohammed, please return to the podium to receive this recognition.
Hello, I am Dr. Emily Green, and I am proud to serve as the research coordinator for the PA program. I am honored to present this year's Scientific Writing and Research Certificates. Scientific research is integral to the PA medical education program. Scientific understanding and the ability to express and translate scientific phenomena are crucial skills for every medical professional and at all stages of their careers. Scientific research and writing certificates are given based on merit and are awarded to the best group presentations during the Research Methods Capstone Project. This year, the honor goes to 5 students who collaborated on a paper titled Lifestyle Changes Driving Increasing Prevalence of Non-Alcoholic Fatty Liver Disease in Healthy Populations. A very important and timely topic indeed. Would the following students please come to the podium? Janice Achimhong, Maya Antonio, Victoria Gomez, Luisa Rodriguez, and Tina Su. Janice.
You know, in every class, you know, first of all, congratulations to everybody, but I now get to choose the Dean's Persistence Award. And that usually goes to someone who overcomes obstacles. That could be enough to derail anyone. And I think of the Dean's Persistence Award as given to somebody who inspires me. And I would like Ms. Janice Achimpong to come forward. Go. You know, every once in a while there's a second person. Montserrat Amakarpo.
Our next award serves as an inspiration to all the graduates today. On behalf of the Physician Assistant Program, I am honored to present the 2026 Alumni Award to Dr. Teddy Hervius, a graduate of the class of 2004.
So, we had a faculty member here. His name was Dr. H. Jack Geiger. And Dr. Geiger was one of the earliest faculty and actually won 2 Nobel Prizes, really working on the whole conversation of social determinants of health. We have actually named an honor, which is one of the highest honors we can give at the CUNY School of Medicine, the H. Jack Geiger Icon Social Mission Award. And we do it this year to Dr. Lisa Cueco. Dr. Cueco is a nationally recognized scientist, educator, and mentor whose career has been defined by advancing biomedical science while cultivating the next generation of physician scientists. Her scholarly work, spanning more than 100 peer-reviewed publications, has made lasting contributions to the general medical sciences, particularly in areas related to biological wound healing and translational research. She's served on several editorial boards, national task force, and practice guideline committees, helping to shape the field at a national level. She's been a strong proponent of women in leadership, as well as in medicine and in the academy. Her work goes beyond that into institutional leadership. Throughout her career, she has championed excellence, diversity, and opportunity in academic medicine, advising students, trainees, and junior faculty while holding significant administrative and academic roles, even while carrying substantial leadership responsibilities. She's remained an active and respected voice in science and medical education. On the personal side, actually not the personal side, is the fact that she was the president of this institution of City College for many years. And many people in this room can say that they've been mentored by her, developed by her. It was she that, as president in 2016, who said, so it was 2015, a CUNY School of Medicine should go from Sophie Davis, the PA program, to one CUNY School of Medicine, and started us on the path to accreditation. And I would say that it's incredibly fitting in the context, in case for those of you who didn't hear the news, that we are now the 26th college in the CUNY system. So, Dr. Cueco, will you join me at the stage? The City University of New York School of Medicine Dr. H. Jack Geiger Icon Award is presented to Lisa Cueco in recognition of your visionary leadership, tireless advocacy, and enduring contributions to advancing science and public health. Dr. Cueco.
I just had to say, not only thank you, Dean Green, your leadership has been amazing and all of everybody, but I wanted to say that you, the graduates, are the true icons of social mission. I share this award with you because you are the PAs that will be on the front line. You hear your patients, your compassion, your empathy, your passion, your, I won't even say competence, your incredible expertise. So while this award was given to me, I wish I could give one to each and every one of you. You are amazing, and I wish you all the best because I know communities, your neighbors, your friends, your family are better for having you here today.
Today marks a special moment in the history of our physician assistant program and for the CUNY School of Medicine. For the very first time at the physician assistant commencement exercises, we are bestowing an honorary degree. These honors recognize individuals whose vision, leadership, and lifelong commitment to advancing health and humanity embody the very spirit of our institution. Their accomplishments have not only shaped the healthcare field, but have also inspired future generations of healers, leaders, and advocates. It is now my honor to present our inaugural PA, Doctor of Humane Letters, honoris causa, to Ms. Annie Brown. So, allow me to introduce this woman. For those of you who don't know her, Ms. Brown is not only an extraordinary clinician and mentor, but also a pioneering leader whose career helped define what it means to be a physician assistant. It's like we're in church. Somebody said yes. Let the church say amen. More than 50 years ago, are your daughter, is your daughter and your son there? I know the son needs supervision. But more than 50 years ago, when the PA profession was still in its infancy, Miss Annie Brown entered the very first class of the Harlem Hospital-based program that would become CUNY Medicine's MS in Physician Assistant Studies. She is one of just 5 students and the only woman in that groundbreaking inaugural cohort. By the time she graduated in 1973, she had become one of the first Black women in the nation to earn a PA degree. At Harlem Hospital, where she led the emergency department, Ms. Brown's clinical excellence and leadership set a new standard for care, but her impact extended far beyond the hospital walls. As a preceptor and mentor, she guided generations of PA students, instilling in them the same sense of service, integrity, and compassion that defined her own career. Her enduring influence is woven into the very fabric, or every fabric of this program. Through her trailblazing work and her lifelong commitment to those who follow, Ms. Brown helped lay the foundation for what our PA program has become, a national model for excellence, equity, and community service. It is with deep pride and gratitude that we honor our alumna, Ms. Annie Brown, with a Doctor of Humane Letters, honoris causa.
CUNY School of Medicine, the City University of New York, in pursuance of the authority vested in it by the laws of the state of New York, the Board of Trustees of the City University of New York confers Annie Mae Brown Jefferson, BSPA, who has satisfied the requirements of the University of Honorary degree, Doctor of Humane Letters, honoris causa, with all the rights and privileges thereto pertaining, dated in the city of New York in the 13th day of January 2026. Congratulations, Dr. Brown.
I am overwhelmed. That is basically all I could say right now, I guess. Congratulations to the new grads, but that final exam that you thought you took, forget it. There will be many more. And these, the course you're about to take now, there is no final exam because it's never ending. Once a PA, always a PA. And you better be a good one because I will be watching, okay? We know that you test well because you're here. You're a living example that I could learn, and I have tested well and given all the requirements. But it is now time to treat well, okay? Good luck.
Dr. Brown, you know that there will be some requests that will come to you because of your degree. It's not associated with an increase in your pay. We will continue to expect to see you and your beautiful face at our white coat ceremonies and graduations every year. Can you promise me that you'll continue to do that? Not for me, although I'm cute, but for them.
Congratulations, Dr. Annie. Ask the class speaker, Ms. Jasmine Francis, to please come to the podium.
It's hitting me now. Okay. Before I say anything else, I want to thank God for covering me, sustaining me, and for carrying me through moments I didn't have the strength to carry myself. This journey asked a lot of us, and I know I didn't walk it alone. 2.5 years ago, we walked into PA school, not knowing each other at all. We had no idea who studied in silence, who studied out loud, who color-coded everything, or who swore by Anki, flashcards, and mnemonics. We were told PA school would be hard. We were told it would go fast. We were told we couldn't do it alone. All of that turned out to be true, but what no one really explains is what makes it challenging. PA school is intense, and it humbles you quickly. One of the biggest lessons PA school taught me, was humility. Many of us came in with strong GPAs and confidence in how we studied, thinking we had it all figured out. And PA school reminded us fast that what worked before wouldn't always work here. Some of us had to move back home, move away from home. We couldn't work, missing out on special moments with our loved ones. Okay. Many of us had, hold on, sorry. I told myself I wasn't gonna cry. All right. Thank you. Many of us had to ask for help, not only academically, but even financially and emotionally, while still trying to manage the highs and lows that come with life. We had to hear concepts explained more than once, lean on each other, and use resources like the Learning Resource and Counseling and Wellness Center. PA school taught us that asking for help isn't a weakness, it's growth. It's professionalism. It's how good clinicians are made. And it's not just the exams, it's the volume of information received in a short time. It's the pace. You learn an entire body system and then you're tested the next week, like you know this, right? It's no breaks, it's constant pressure, and it's walking around with the quiet thought of, I have to be good at this. Someone's life will depend on it. It's that part. That part sits with you. I remember our first exam of PA school. Psych. And yes, I'm saying that with some PTSD in my voice, being tested on anxiety while feeling like we were in the middle of it ourselves. And let's just say that exam gave us PTSD and anxiety almost every time we took an exam after that. Ms. Torres asked, are you guys having class meetings? Because it doesn't look like it. And Dean Llewellyn asked if we're studying together. And if we were being honest, we weren't, not really. We were all working hard, just not together yet, and it showed in our performance. We started having class meetings after class, even on days we'd been in the classroom for 8 hours, when all we wanted to do was run home and decompress. But we showed up anyway, all with the same goal in mind, succeeding and graduating PA school. Those meetings changed everything. They weren't even about reviewing materials. They were about learning about each other, understanding what we struggled with, and figuring out how to show up better for one another. Slowly but surely, we went from studying in isolation to building a support system we could really rely on. What I love about the class of 2026 is that we didn't pretend we had it all figured out. We adjusted. In Brittany's words, we pivot. We learned, we leaned in. Those late night and sometimes all day FaceTimes and Zoom study sessions mattered more than we realized. Most of the time, they were completely silent, and that was okay. Just having someone else there made a difference. Someone else was up, someone else was trying, someone else was struggling too, and you didn't have to struggle alone, because there was always someone willing to help. What stands out about my class isn't just intelligence, it's leadership in many forms. But every single one of us genuinely wanted to lift each other up, even when they themselves were tired, overwhelmed, or unsure. To those who asked questions that made all of us better, Victoria, Tina, Tima, Dima, Sarili, Van, Andrea, thank you for pushing us to think deeper. Tina, your physiology reviews carried us more than you know. Shout out to the PA Club. Joe, Brittany, Kayla, Alicia, Mufliha for reminding us that PA school could still include joy, community, and service. To our class committee, Michael, Brittany, Alicia, and Yash, thank you for speaking for us and making sure our voices mattered. Tina and Montserrat, thank you for holding us down as class reps during our first semester when everything felt new and overwhelming. Janice, thank you for coordinating reviews with PA Norman on our behalf and for reminding us that through it all, God is in control. To our IT team, Kyle, Mufliha, and unofficially but very officially Tina, thank you for saving lecturers when technology decided not to cooperate. To those who sent encouraging messages before exams, after hard days, or just because, Louisa, Montserrat, Maya, Joe, you reminded us we weren't alone. Marilise, thank you for designing our merch logo, something tangible we'll carry with us long after today. And to those who represented us in competitions like the Pack Rat Challenge Bowl, statewide and national, Rumesa, Dima, Yash, Mufliha, Kayla, Tina, Guadalupe, Annie, Van, Fatima, Brittany, Michael, Joe, Shamoya, Montserrat, undefeated at Dr. Heria's Challenge Bowls. And let me tell you, the pants is gonna hate to see us coming because this program didn't just teach us to survive, it trained us to know our medicine. And I know with no hesitation, we are ready. To everyone who shared notes, resources, podcast playlists, Andrea, Van, Mari, Tina, Ava, thank you. After brutal exam weeks that felt like marathons and moments that felt like they might break us, this class made sure no one faced it alone. Rochelle, Sarayli, Maddie, Annie, and all of you, thank you for being my study buddies, sanity savers, and friends. No one would ever fully understand what we survived, only we do. And I wouldn't choose a different group of people to walk this journey with. What I won't miss, grades are in notifications from our WhatsApp chat, and Montserrat's Paul Revere meme every time they started sending emails about if we passed or failed an exam or OSCE. To our family, friends, mentors, thank you for the meals, the patience, the encouragement, the space, and the grace for loving us on the days we came home exhausted, quiet, or overwhelmed. This moment belongs to you too. To my support system, my family, because of your yes, thank you. Because of your sacrifices, I am the first in my family to wear a long white coat, proudly known as La Doctora. And yes, for my Spanish speakers, we're still working on Médica Asociada. But to my family, it's basically the same thing. And to my sorors, thank you for your constant sisterhood throughout this entire journey. Your support never wavered, and I'm deeply grateful for you all. And of course, it's only right to say Happy Founders Day to the best sorority, Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated. Ooh! To our faculty and staff, Dean Green, Dean Llewellyn, Ms. Cook, Ms. Lopez, Ms. Prudente, Ms. Ambrosino, Ms. Azor, Ms. Davis-Clark, Dr. Mabry, Dr. Green, PA Rowe, PA Torres, Dr. Herias, LRC, and counseling and wellness staff, just to name a few. Thank you for advocating for us, pushing us, and holding us to a high standard. Ms. Washington, I'll miss you popping into our classrooms. Your energy before exams telling us we got this mattered more than you know. To our preceptors and professors, Dr. Wasim, PA Norman, Dr. Batia, Dr. C, PA Shum, PA Nani, just to name a few, thank you for trusting us, teaching us, and shaping the clinicians we're becoming. And lastly, the clinicians we are becoming and the lives we will touch matter. This isn't a stepping stone. This isn't a backup plan. It's a role built on collaboration, trust, and responsibility. Medicine is teamwork, and PA school showed us how to work together and have each other's backs. Class of 2026, we didn't just survive PA school, we grew through it. We learned medicine, we learned teamwork. So today, we don't just graduate, we step forward, ready to serve, ready to lead, ready to care. Congratulations to the newest physician associates, the CUNY School of Medicine PA program class of 2026. God bless you all, and thank you for this opportunity. It was an honor to serve as your president.
So, Jasmine, you're pretty special. Okay, not just because you're a Delta, but you're pretty special. Have a seat. I'll be glad to have you not in my office begging for money. I want you guys to know that she was very effective, and each year she got a little bit more than the previous year. So it's now my pleasure to introduce our Dr. Bishop Omari, who is a distinguished physician scientist, academic leader, and globally recognized authority in gastrointestinal biology. His career has profoundly advanced biomedical research and education. He's currently the Senior Vice Chancellor for Academic Affairs and Research at Rutgers Biomedical and Health Sciences. Dr. Omari has consistently championed initiatives to expand research capacity, strengthen faculty development, and foster innovation across the university's health schools and centers. Before joining Rutgers, Dr. Omari held multiple executive leadership roles, including at the University of Michigan, where our paths first crossed, where he was the chair in the Department of Molecular and Integrative Physiology. Under his leadership, and this is no small task, he guided it to become one of the nation's top NIH-funded physiology programs in the world, in the country. Earlier during 2 decades at Stanford University in the VA Palo Alto healthcare system, he led the Division of Gastroenterology and Hepatology and built an enduring legacy as a mentor and investigator. A pioneering researcher, Dr. Omari has made landmark contributions to understanding intermediate filament proteins, particularly keratins and lamins, and their roles in liver and pancreatic diseases. His discoveries have opened new avenues for therapeutic development, kind of consistent with the paper that won an award today. His discoveries have opened new avenues for therapeutic development and biomarker research for more than 70 diseases lacking targeted treatments. Yeah, he's not just another pretty face. He's the editor-in-chief emeritus of Gastroenterology, the field's premier journal. Dr. Omari has received numerous honors, including the 2024 Julius M. Friedenwald Medal, the highest award of the American Gastroenterology, as well as other honorary degrees. Recognizing his transformative and lasting impact on science, medicine, and mentorship. I'm thrilled that he's my friend and colleague. I'm thrilled that he actually wanted to come, he asked to come to this school. I'm like, what's he going to see? And he saw a bunch of people like you who punch above their weight. And I'll say more about his contributions to our little school, our humble school, in just a minute. But he is our keynote speaker, and we are thrilled to hear him. Dr. Bishop.
Thank you so much, Dean Green. So I'm going to go off script. I do have a script, but just a minute or so, just to just share with you. So this is my second time in this hall. The first time I had the honor to give a presentation, it was Research Day. And I said, wow, this place is unbelievable. It's fantastic. Lots of posters, you know, where the family and friends are sitting. The whole rest of the hallway was really just packed with poster presentations by excited, you know, young investigators showing off the work that they did. So when I left, I said, I just can't get any better than this. I'm a little bit of a research geek. But then coming today and just listening, you know, this is the graduating class. I don't know whether you realize it, but sitting from up here, it's almost like an orchestra with no maestro. You're like clapping for everybody. You're so happy and excited. Of course, you're excited about getting your degree, but more importantly, you're excited about your peers, who now are your friends, and hopefully, I think they're going to be lifelong friends. So I just want to just say how just impressed and excited and humbled I am just to be here. So now back to the script. So thank you, Dean Carmen, President Carmen. I'm just so incredibly humbled and proud to receive this special honor from CUNY School of Medicine. So the NY is New York, and actually I was born in New York, so that's even extra special on top of it. So thank you for all, Dr. Green and all the nominating committee and the university that actually agreed somehow to provide me this honor, and on top of it to be able to have an opportunity to give a commencement, make a few remarks at the Physician Assistant 2026 graduation. It's also an incredible honor to receive this Doctor of Humane Letters together with Annie Brown Jefferson. She's had an inspiring, really everyday champion, amazing 50-year-plus record of service to her patients, the physician assistant profession, and to CUNY. So I'm so humbled. Where is she? There she is. Just to be able to be here with you to share this honor. So first and foremost, I want to give my heartfelt congratulations to the PA graduates. As the saying goes, the tassel was more worth than the hassle. And the tuition investment, the sleepless nights, all the hours you put to get it to where you are today. You now, and maybe officially just in a few minutes, you will officially receive your degree, which is something you'll be proud of forever. Congratulations also to the family members, friends, and guests who are here also to cheer you on, to cheer their beloved graduates, and of course, congratulations to the faculty. Sometimes they're the unsung heroes because they are just as proud as your family members, maybe not as much as you, because of your accomplishments and what you're going to be able to do, beyond this. This is just the beginning. So right from the beginning, I'm just going to show my bias, and this is the honest truth. I want to say that my favorite healthcare provider has been the physician assistant. Her name is Karen. She wouldn't let me say her last name. But she has really taken care of my mom for 3 years. My mom is 96 years young, and she's staying in assisted living residence in Virginia. Karen is greatly appreciated by our family because of her empathy, caring approach, and treating our mom like her own. Her clinical skills, making herself available. For example, she's given my sister and myself her cell phone number to call her any time that we wanted. Of course, we did not, abuse this privilege, but she was always available for the family, and more importantly, for our mom. And I'll come back to some of these attributes, later on. So from the beginning, I should also confess that the humbling comments that were made by Dean Green and also written on the brochure about me in the program did not really know that I was barely making it in college. But I fortunately changed my ways. That's really because of the influence of my parents who came to this country to create opportunities for their children. And they never hesitated to remind me I'm the oldest of three. You got to set an example, quit, messing around and, study and all those things. And also, it was really the encouragement of some mentors and some of my teachers in college who somehow they said, let's just stay after this person because maybe he has a chance. So thanks to them also. Now, maybe some of you or all of you know the quote by George Bush, the 41st president from 1989 to 1993, who said, "To those who received honors, awards, and distinctions, I say, well done. And to the C students, I say, you too can be president of the United States." So I guess, and certainly the way I look at it, if I can make it, I think really anyone can make it. Because up to the first half of my junior year, I was barely making an average C before things started turning around to give me really the chance to be able to stand here in front of you and accept this just unbelievable honor that will stay with me forever. So coming back to you, the PA graduates, being celebrated and at the heart of this commencement. Of course, being a gastroenterologist, I would say the digestive system that feeds the heart, but I'll put that on the side. There are several advantages of having a distinct mid-year graduation ceremony, in addition to the typical ones that are usually held in May or June or thereabouts. One advantage is that it aligns with the actual graduation of your rigorous 28-month program, so it's a standalone special celebration for you, and you don't have to wait until spring. Another advantage is that it's during the first half of January. So I did kind of a back of the envelope calculation. You can really celebrate every day of the next 352 days from today until December 31st, 2026, a huge accomplishment that you made, which of course is a lifetime accomplishment. I learned this good idea about this math actually from Dean Green, because I didn't know this until recently, that she celebrates her birthday every day of the 31 days of the month that she was born in. She's just a happy-go-lucky kind of a person. I cannot divulge which month of the 12-month year it is, but that's what she does. So you're graduating in 2026. Now, just looking at what actually is happening in 2026. Obviously, your graduation is the most important thing for you. You've worked for it and you've earned it, and it's going to be something that's going to kind of propel your career moving forward, which I'll come to in a minute. But 2026 turns out the United States will be celebrating its 250th birthday. And if you're also happen to be a sports fan, 2026 is when the Soccer World Cup will be held this year, and it just happened that it will be held in the United States, Canada, and Mexico. And the final, in fact, will be just in our backyard. It will be July 19th in MetroLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. It's also 2026, the International Year of Volunteers for Sustainable Development, as declared by the United Nations. And this is a global celebration that calls to action volunteerism. Now, speaking of the United Nations, you really are a microcosm of the United Nations. But no doubt you're going to be macro in terms of what you're going to be able to accomplish with this degree that you're going to officially end up receiving today. The last thing about 2026, apparently I learned in Chinese astrology, it's the year of the fire horse, which is considered lucky for dynamic change, bold action, and social opportunities. So as of later on today, tomorrow, you're officially alumni and will join the historic alumni legacy of the CUNY Physician Assistant Program. That's going to be changing its last name. I'll come back to that in a last word in a minute. So as part of preparing for these commencement comments, I spoke to my colleague at Rutgers University, Dr. Matt McQuillan. Some of the professors may know him in your program. He's chair of the Department of Physician Assistant Studies and Practice at Rutgers School of Health Professions. So the insights I learned from him, he sent me a bunch of information, and also additional information I was available online, cover what I hope to share with you in terms of some statistics pertaining to the PA profession, current issues facing the profession, and some challenges and opportunities that you will likely encounter and have an opportunity to make a tremendous positive impact on. So I want to make sure that I give him the due credit for several of the highlights I will be making and some of the words that I will use. So in terms of statistics, the numbers and outlook are really great for the PA discipline at large. Specifically in the United States, currently there are 190,000 physician assistants / associates. We'll come to that later. As compared with 460,000 nurse practitioners, this is across the United States, and 1.1 million physicians. Employment of PAs is anticipated to grow by 25% in the next decade, which is faster than the average for all occupations. This data, by the way, is from the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics. A survey that's done by the American Academy of Physician Associates, AAPA, an organization that I'll come to towards the end of the presentation, found that greater than 90% of physicians reported that PAs improve patient access care, with similar numbers reported for PAs in terms of enhancing the quality and efficiency of healthcare delivery. And certainly I'm one person who is, I sign right on the line for all of this. Along the same lines, the 2025 U.S. News and World Report ranked the physician assistant profession as the third best overall job in the United States after nurse practitioners and information technology positions. In terms of overall health-related jobs, NPs and PAs, nurse practitioners and physician assistants associates, are ranked first and second, and many times they're really mentioned in the same breath in terms of their positive impact on healthcare access and delivery. No doubt when you applied to the PA Master's Program, you leveraged the advancement most, if not all of you had compared to NPs when they applied. In that you have general medical, you will have and have had the beginnings of general medical training and now provides you with the more flexibility, while nurse practitioners, despite all the great work that they do, they tend to be somewhat restricted in terms of the specific medical specialty from the beginning. Also, NP applicants need to have an undergraduate nursing degree, while PA applicants have more flexibility with their undergraduate training coupled with the need to have maybe some sufficient coursework in biomedical sciences. By the numbers, New York State happens to be the state with the largest PA workforce, currently about 17,000. By contrast, Alaska has the largest density of PAs per 100,000 state population because of its, as you can imagine, its vast geography, overall small population, and healthcare access challenges. So although New York City, within New York State, can be more competitive because of the numbers, there's plenty of other areas outside New York City and also within New York City. So I think you're really going to have plenty of job opportunities. I'm just curious, just if you can raise your hands, how many of you actually have a job lined up? Just how many of you have applied for jobs? Most of you. So hopefully you're going to be getting some good news. And now that you're officially graduated, don't let that no just get in the way. Just it's going to be a yes. Sometimes it might take a little bit of patience. So what are the current issues that are facing the PA profession at large? First, many PA practice laws were written decades ago and still include supervision and administrative requirements that don't really reflect modern team-based care. The good news is that you are entering the profession at a moment when the laws governing PA practice and are finally beginning to change, to provide more autonomy to you to reflect what PAs have been safely doing and effectively doing so for years. Second is that healthcare demand continues to outpace supply, particularly in primary care, rural areas, and underserved communities. The other good news is that you are graduating into a healthcare system that desperately needs you. And that's where the jobs you're going to be getting and the impact that you're going to have are going to come into play. The third is, like all clinicians, PAs face rising rates of burnout related to workload, documentation, kind of paperwork in quotations, which has just gone crazy, and staffing shortages. Here I'll again quote Dr. Matt McQuillan from Rutgers, who said it well, resilience is not about working harder, it's about learning how to sustain compassion over a lifetime. Fourth is technology, artificial intelligence, machine learning, and the changing nature of clinical work. This is hugely important because if used well, technology can restore time for patient care. Used poorly, it can erode trust and autonomy from the patients, their families, and their loved ones. It's likely that all of us here will agree that technology will change how medicine is practiced, but it will never replace the human touch and care you bring to the bedside. So as newly starting physician assistants, there will likely be some challenges you will encounter as you start your first official job. For example, transition from student to clinician is not easy. Not because it's you, it's just not easy. And all your professors will tell you they also went through it. So it's not really unique to your profession, but this is just across the board, making that switch overnight, basically, between student to a full-time, you fill in the blank. So graduation does not mean we suddenly know everything. It means graduates are now trusted to keep learning. And this was mentioned during the commencement today. And saying, for example, as a clinician to your patients, not sure, you bring up an important point, let me look into it and get back to you. It's okay, and it's actually good to do so. The early months of practice will bring uncertainty, maybe even self-doubt, and the weight of responsibility. This is not failure, it's actually growth, and lifelong learning and keeping up with the field as you will be doing with the continuous medical education requirements for renewed certification and so on. Another challenge for healthcare providers in general, that now includes you, is that the practice is taking place in an imperfect system. You will care deeply for patients while working within systems that have limitations in terms of time, access, and resources. So, reconciling what should be done with what can be done while doing it well, meaning serving your patients with compassion and care, coupled with evidence-based practice, are really among the hardest challenges of modern healthcare, especially for those who care and provide, not only provide. So ahead of you are fantastic opportunities, not only to grab, but also to shape. Among those opportunities, I'm just going to list a few. First, as I touched on earlier, there is unprecedented need for physician assistants associates, be it in the primary care, specialty areas. Now there's 11 different certifications, hospitals, community clinics, and underserved settings. Second, you have remarkable career flexibility in that the PA profession allows you to evolve. You may change specialties, settings, or roles as your interests and life circumstances change without needing to start all over. Aside from patient-facing clinical opportunities, there are also many non-patient-facing opportunities, including working with pharma or biotech, education in an academic setting. You can also now, your professors, you can actually work with your professors, and that keeps really the pathway going, keeps the educational process for PAs going for really forever. There are also healthcare administration opportunities as well. Insurance industry also has openings, medical writing, entrepreneurship, you can start your own business, and even legal medicine. So you can also, I noticed that all of you, I believe, have done capstone projects. You can build on that little project that you have done if it's something that really excites you, and make it much bigger. Make it something not just a capstone, but that it can cap the whole community and help. You can also, other opportunities, you can, for example, pursue a doctorate in medical sciences that is tailored for physician assistants, if you're thinking about a potential academic career. Or you can also pursue other health-related doctorates or training in business or health management. Third, there's also practice modernization and professional momentum in terms of your scope of practice, practice autonomy, and prescription of medications such as controlled substances. You can be a direct beneficiary of this and or be involved in advocacy efforts, which actually are going on across the United States. Fourth, in terms of opportunities, there are early leadership opportunities, so it's not something reserved for later. You can keep this in the back of your mind. Would not hesitate, for example, to train for such opportunities and seek them, because PAs now are serving as clinical leaders, educators, quality care champions, administrators, and also, importantly, advocates. So you can shape the future of your discipline because, as Henry Ford said, whether you think you can or whether you think you can't, you're right. An important caveat is that leadership roles should be viewed as service roles. If not, the impact of the leader will likely be very narrow and unlikely to make a difference for and the support of others. In terms of career advancement, I'd encourage you really to join the American Academy of Physician Associates that some, if not most of you, are already members of. Just by a show of hands, how many of you are members as students? Okay, that's great. So the membership, based on their website of the AAPA, now has about 70,000 members, and that includes about 46,000 plus, so they refer to as fellow members, who are PAs in practice, 20,000 PA student members, and 4,000 plus pre-PA members, in other words, those who plan maybe to apply for a PA program. So as student members, unless the website is incorrect or I have read it incorrectly, apparently the annual fee is $20. So as of tomorrow, it's going to be $295 annually, just to let you know. But you will be a fellow professional, and this actually offers you several educational opportunities, access to CMEs that you can get without having to pay anything, and there's also advocacy and other service opportunities. They do have these other fellow categories that are more expensive, depending on how much access to CMEs you want, and also it pays for attending the national meeting, the annual national meeting that they have. And that's really a good place, for example, to network with other PAs, with other policy leaders, advocates, to learn what's going on, and you might be able to get some ideas that you can actually apply for your own practice. One aspect that also caught my eye is that the AAPA changed the last A of meaning assistant of the AAPA to associates. So now, and they did this in 2021, and since then they have been lobbying states across the US to make that change in state bylaws. This was done, as they articulate on their website, between quotations, to emphasize the profession's independence and comprehensive role in patient care, moving away from the perception of mere assistance. So far, at least what's available online, there are 3 states, Oregon, Maine, and New Hampshire, that have officially and legally changed the title of physician assistants to physician associates. And I know this was mentioned. I noticed that the word associate was mentioned. So certainly, it would be a safe prediction that within the next 5 to 10 years, this is going to be commonplace across the United States. There are currently several states now that are considering doing this. For example, New Jersey, there's actually a Senate Bill 4457 that proposes this, and there's also active lobbying apparently in the state of New York to do this. So in closing, I leave you with a few takeaways that I always try to remind myself, because they represent attributes that we have seen in others we admire, who take care of patients or serve in other capacities and do it very well. First is giving back. This is encapsulated in the quote, "The happiest people are not those getting more, but those giving more." And the American author H. Jackson Brown Jr. is quoted for this. From the healthcare perspective, one of the ways of giving back is working and volunteering to help improve health and healthcare in underserved communities. It's limitless, it's really priceless, and most enjoyable and impactful thing that any one of us can do. And it just happens that we have a fantastic role model giving back right in front of us, and now it's Dr. Annie Brown Jefferson, who, for all of us, really is just an amazing, not only person, but role model for us to all follow. The second is think about being kind. You're no doubt doing it anyway, but sometimes things get so annoying that sometimes it gets hard to do. Mother Teresa said it well, "Be kind and merciful. Let no one ever come to you without coming away better and happier." And this really applies a lot to your patients. Maya Angelou also said it well, "People will forget what you said, people will forget what you did, but people will never forget how you made them feel." When patients leave your room, for example, it's always good to ask the patient, what did we talk about? What are you going to leave this office remembering? It's very, very hard if one puts themselves in the patient's role to remember that it's hard because there's all this kind of noise, things going in the brains of patients, trying to make sure that they don't take up sometimes even too much time of their provider, which is what the provider is there in the first place. Third is to be a listener. As the Greek philosopher Epictetus is quoted, "We have 2 ears and 1 mouth, so we can listen twice as much as we speak." This can be life-changing, certainly in patient care in terms of listening, and it's also very important really in every facet of our lives. Fourth is think of threats as challenges, and challenges as opportunities, and opportunities as gifts. Winston Churchill is quoted as saying, "A pessimist sees the difficulty in every opportunity. An optimist sees the opportunity in every difficulty." So I hope you'll stay in touch with the professors, your mentors, who really have had a positive impact on you going through your MS PA training. I promise you, they will actually love hearing from you. And honestly know that you remember, your time as an MS student in the program. Also keep in mind that you're now officially a mentor once you get your degree, Your mentor, you didn't even know it before, but now it's official. Basically, you can do so much as an alumni of this great CUNY program. You can be a big sister, you can be a big brother to other PA students following really in your footsteps. So I also try to remind myself to enjoy really what I do, what we all do. The well-being is so important. You talked a little bit about the burnout, but a lot of this can really be helped by taking care of yourself, and also, of course, family comes first. So kudos and congratulations. Your patients, their families, and your community are going to be better off because of the health care you will provide. Thank you, Dean Green and CUNY School of Medicine for nominating me for this incredible honor, and also permitting me to just make a few remarks. Really appreciate it. Thank you so much.
So, compassion across life course. I think that's something I'll take away. How do we sustain compassion and empathy across the life course? So thank you, Dr. Omari. Let me say a couple other things about Dr. Omari while we have him here. You know, Dr. Lehman, a few others decided that we were going to go after this big grant. So how many of you remember that we talked about the CUNY School of Medicine has raised itself by 20 spots in NIH funding and research funding? Remember that? Do you think I'm happy about that? So one of the reasons why we were able to do that was because of this man. And he opened this little small school. Again, he kept seeing something. And because of that, he opened up his friends at Rutgers to help us on behalf of you, of this school. So I'm deeply appreciative. And I'm fond of saying a lot, but this is actually truth. I don't believe that we would have been as successful without him. So it's deep pride and gratitude that we also give our second honorary degree today to Dr. Bishir Omari. Thank you. Thank you. And it says, and your mother just had her birthday, and she'd be really very proud. He takes really good care of his mother, seeing her like every other week, right, in Virginia or more. The CUNY School of Medicine, the City University of New York, in pursuance of the authority vested in it by the laws of the state of New York, the Board of Trustees of the City University of New York confirms on M. Bishir Omari, MD, PhD, who has satisfied the requirements of the university, the honorary degree, Doctor of Humane Letters, honoris causa, with all the rights and privileges thereto pertaining, dated in the City of New York on the 13th day of January, 2026. Dr. Omari. We should probably get a picture of the two of them. Can we get a picture of the two of them? The dynamic duo? So, thank you. What a special day. Next, I would actually call Dr. Golightly and Dr. Llewellyn to the stage, please.
The moment has come. The hooding ceremony is a special recognition ceremony for graduate degree candidates. It is a rite of passage into the graduates' careers as physician assistants.
Hooders include members of our PA School of Medicine faculty, as well as distinguished guests who are Sophie Davis alumni will assist students with their hoods.
Dr. Green, are the students ready to be presented for hooding?
Dr. Maybury and Professor Torres, could you please come to the podium? Here we will come forward to present the students for hooding.
Can't say no.
Janice Echampong.
Beatrice Ajaye.
Montserrat Amonokoro.
Maya Antonio.
Rumesa Barakat. Kyle Chen.
Jasmine Francis.
Victoria Gomez.
Shamoya Gordon.
Michael Hernandez Garcia.
Ava Holzer.
Kayla Johnson.
Alicia Kana. Andrea Luong.
Brittany Martinez Coste. Mufliha Muhammadu.
Guadalupe Naula.
Van No.
Annie Pinto.
Marilisi Propshi.
Fatima Raman Kadiko.
Okay.
Fatima.
Is the Raman Kadiku family here? So, see your daughter. I am aware that her name is not in the program, and that's an oversight. She did graduate. She's absolutely terrific. And my team will make it right, and you will have your one individualized program with your name on it. Okay? Bravo.
Luisa Rodriguez.
Sarah Lee Santiago.
Dima Sade.
Rayshael Shaquille.
Joandaliz Tejada.
Yashmeek Williamson.
Tina Sue.
And now the moment you've all been waiting for. Graduates, please stand. No. this is a spontaneous group. By the power vested in me by the New York State Department of Education, the City University of New York Board of Trustees, the City University of New York Chancellor Matos Rodriguez, and the CUNY School of Medicine faculty, I confer the degree of Master of Science in Physician Assistant Studies to the class of 2026. Graduates, please turn and salute your family, guests, and supporters. Congratulations. Graduates, as you are now part of this CUNY School of Medicine alumni community, it's my pleasure to ask Mr. Norman McCullough, an alumnus of the 1999 class, to welcome you to the profession.
Thank you, Dean Green. And congratulations, you made it. Give yourself a round of applause. I'm honored to welcome you to the ranks of more than 1,400 CUNY School of Medicine physician assistant graduates who committed their compassion, expertise, and many talents to their patients, their communities, and to our school. I want you to know that I'm always here for you, and we do hope that you will keep in touch as your journey unfolds. And you're going to do the boards only once, and the result will be pass. God bless you as you go and show compassion to people. God bless.
Thank you, Professor McCullough and Dean Green. Professional oaths date back to antiquity. They are taken by medical professionals to guide their ethics and their behavior. I ask all the graduates to please rise to take the physician assistant oath by repeating after me. All other physician assistants, I invite you to stand to renew your oath. Mr. McCullough and PA faculty, could you join me? Annie Brown? Okay, you got your oath. Okay, got it. You got your oath. Okay. Graduates, I pledge to perform the following duties with honesty and dedication.
I pledge to perform the following duties with honesty and dedication.
I will hold all my primary responsibility, the health, safety, welfare, and dignity of all human beings.
I will hold all my primary responsibility, the health, safety, welfare, and dignity of all human beings.
I will uphold the tenets of patient autonomy, beneficence, non-malfeasance, and justice.
I will uphold the tenets of patient autonomy, beneficence, and non-malfeasance, and justice.
I will recognize and promote the value of diversity.
I will recognize and promote the value of diversity.
I will treat equally all persons who seek my care. I will hold in confidence the information shared in the course of practice in medicine. I will assess my personal capabilities and limitations, striving always to improve my medical practice. I will actively seek to expand my knowledge and skills, keeping abreast of advances in medicine. I will work with other members of the healthcare team to provide compassionate and effective care of patients. I will use my knowledge and experience to contribute to an improved community. I will respect my professional relationships with the physician. I will share and expand knowledge within the profession. These duties are pledged with sincerity and upon my honor. Congratulations, graduate class of 2026.
Well, I think you guys are now officially PAs. How about that? As our new physician assistants transition into practice in interclinical spaces, I again thank you and congratulate you. But I also want to thank our award winners today. Thank you for continuing to contribute to our school. I thank our honorary degree recipients for their many contributions to the school. I also take this opportunity to thank our philanthropic community for their enlightened support of the CUNY School of Medicine and their commitment to ensuring student success and excellence. I really can't thank you enough. As we move toward closure, I also thank the faculty. The faculty, please stand. All of our faculty, they're out there and here. Can you stand for a minute? I also would ask our mission-critical staff members to stand. They keep the school running, and we can do nothing without their consistent work on behalf of our school. This also includes our public safety officers. Thank you again. Our facilities people here. Our maintenance teams, our IT team, and many administrative specialists who ensure that our offices, our school runs. This remains a team effort, and all work is valued. As we prepare for our ceremonial recession and the end of this event, we ask all guests to remain in your seats until the platform party, faculty, staff, students, and alumni have left the Great Hall. We will then have our students come back, our graduates come back to take their official class photo. And I will look forward to seeing and meeting many believers in you, your family, your friends, immediately afterwards. Okay. So we end as we begin with a land acknowledgement and a tribute to our ancestors by acknowledging and honoring with respect the Lenape people, the indigenous people on whose ancestral lands the City University of New York School of Medicine stands. We also acknowledge and honor the Black, indigenous people of color, enslaved and freed, who labor to make this place we call home. We affirm the aspiration of the great Lenape Chief Tamanin that there be harmony between the indigenous people of this land and the descendants of the immigrants to this land. as long as the rivers and creeks flow, and the sun, moon, and stars shine. Good people, this concludes today's ceremony. Thank you very much.
Where'd all the time go? It's starting to fly. See how the hands go, waving goodbye. No, I get so forgetful when I look in your eyes. Now she's walking backward through a parade, and I'm stuck in the shadow, locked in the shade. There ain't no way to sweep up the mess that we made. She gets dressed up like a pillow, so she's always in bed. Flowers for the sick and dead. She's on the go, way too fast and way too slow. She'll turn to stone in hospitals and funeral homes. And when the fall rises, somebody sighs who is not in disguise anymore. Where'd all the time go? It's starting to fly. See how the hands go, waving goodbye. No, I get so forgetful when I look in your eyes. Now she's walking backward through a parade, and I'm stuck in the shadow, locked in the shade. There ain't no way to sweep up the mess that we made. She gets dressed up like a pillow, so she's always in bed. Flowers for the sick and dead. She's on the go, way too fast and way too slow. She'll turn to stone in hospitals and funeral homes. And when the fall rises, somebody sighs who is not in disguise anymore. stuck in the shadows, rocking the shade. There ain't no way to sweep up the mess that we made. She gets dressed up like a pillow, so she's always in bed. Flowers for the sick and dead. She's on the go, way too fast and way too slow. She'll turn the stone in hospitals and funeral homes. And when the fall rises, somebody sighs who is not in disguise anymore. Where'd all the time go? It's starting to fly. See how the hands go, waving goodbye. No, I get so forgetful when I look in your eyes. Now she's walking backward through a parade. And I'm stuck in the shadows, rocking the shade. There ain't no way to sweep up the mess that we made. She gets dressed up like a pillow,